Why is Euphoria set in high school? All these characters are just kids, and especially Cassie. She's around 15 or 16. Cassie, played by Sydney Sweeney, doesn't read as a 15-year-old girl. She's framed as an adult woman caught in complicated, messy, and deeply sexual relationships. Cassie's character is built around validation, someone who has internalized the idea that value comes from being desired, from being chosen, and from being wanted by men. And this isn't unrealistic. It is painfully accurate for many young girls who grew up equating attention with worth. However, the problem doesn't come from what her character represents. It comes from how her story is presented. The show often appears to critique the sexualization of young girls, and yet it simultaneously presents the same sexualization. Instead of framing her experiences through a lens that emphasizes how vulnerable she is, the show often frames her as an object of desire. Now, why the hell did they make her a literal child? Why is the story set in high school at all? Nothing would change if these characters were in college. The relationships, drugs, finding yourself, these elements would still remain, perhaps even tell a better relatable story. Yet the decision to place them in high school is deliberate. Yeah, we're gonna say the uncomfortable truth. Hollywood is full of pedos. The tendency to blur the line between youth and adult sexuality is predatory. There's a long-standing pattern of taking teenage girls, making them do adult things, and then packaging that image as something artistic or edgy. Because when a show repeatedly places a 15-year-old character in these situations where her body and her sexual relationships are the focal point, it stops being just about her story. It becomes about the audience as well. Who is this show for? And why is it framed this way? And what is the show expecting us to feel? What makes it even more unsettling is how her age fades into the background, even though it should be the most important detail shaping how we interpret everything she does. But that's exactly the problem. Because once her age disappears from the conversation, the show no longer has to be accountable. They can just show children in these sexual situations, expose their bodies, and expect the audience to eat it up. Because Cassie is not just messy. She's a child trying to understand herself in an environment that reduces her to her body. And that should feel tragic, uncomfortable, and difficult to watch. I'm actually glad that season 3 is jumping timelines into them being adults, cause yeah, we cannot handle seeing Cassie as a child being naked all the time. Anyway, tell me what you think about this video down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!